This card is funny. It's the smallest. It's a mini SD card, but it says I got 200 and something minutes on it. That's like, hours? How can that be? Am I recording in a lower quality? I'm not getting it. Quality seems the same as always. So, you see what I'm going through? I say to myself, it's your fault. And then I have these haunting pictures, so my fault gets even worse emotionally, like the feelings that arise are even more poisonous. They make me cry and kind of, be bitter about it. And then also there was no good ending. You know, with a good ending you go, shit happens. But now it's like, well, Scheissdreck. I just hate it. You know, you can't turn back time, so because of that, everything I need to put aside someday. But it's not like I cannot do it rationally, like put it all aside, because as I said, at home I see, like when I open or close a certain window, I go like, yeah, this was the place he died. And then I go like, oh, we were here in the cellar far too long, like a cat that doesn't want to go outside is in real danger. So I should have moved when that one was happening. But he was like so weak, and you know, then you go, maybe he's better tomorrow. And then you find out, well, the virus lasts 21 days. Oh yeah, well, we are well into half of it. And you know, all these things. And someone, if I had someone good to talk to, that one would have said, go into the valley, go to a vet, talk to that vet. But I was like struggling myself, and like in the evening when I laid down, I was so tired. I was like always so happy just to lay down, close my eyes and sleep right away, because all day long I was like making him seated comfortable, not be in the shadow, eat and drink, not run away, trying to find out on the internet what's wrong with him. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like my first cat experience. So that's maybe why it happened this way. So any other cat following, I will be treating differently, of course, because now I got all the knowledge to do so. Yeah. Like, until I was able to feed the cat properly, I wasn't Googling. I just figured, well, it's got to get into his mouth, and so I was holding the cat different ways, but after some time I was good at it. And I think since he was shitting until the very end, he was never hungry, you know. Well, that's a good thing too. Right now it comes to my mind how he was kind of reordering his tongue and all the fluids in his mouth. And that one looked so sweet. It was him doing so because his tongue was white and big and, you know, not so movable. And it also says on the internet it hurt him. So I went like, what can I do for you? You know, he didn't have enough fluids and kind of felt at unease with this tongue. So he made this really funny movement with his mouth, you know, like when he would like, well, it was a unique movement. He never made that one otherwise. You know, like really not licking his nose, just opening his mouth and kind of moving his tongue within it and sort of swallowing once. So he had troubles swallowing too. Oh. So yeah, it's that one room and the cellar and practically all parts of the house that remind me, because yeah, I store or used to store cat food behind the door leading to the cellar and I used to, like when I open that one, I go like, yeah, there is my favorite cat I would love to feed, gone. Now I look at all that food, or when there is no food there, I go like, yeah. There are still 3 other cats, but they don't mean that much to me. They haven't kind of conquered my heart, won me over. They don't let me touch, they don't let me look, and they go like, meow, like the female one is never content. So I'm like, you know, yeah. With the tiger, I had a partner. He was right there, like reacting, and so it was like me walking and he would follow into the wood or uphill or along the road as well. We did these things too. And then 2 dogs appeared and my cat ran away into the rubbish bag container. So I had to get him out there, like telling him, don't be afraid, the dogs are gone. I will take care of you. But he was afraid of dogs. He would always kind of sniff the air, and when a dog was appearing, he would want to run, like, and he didn't feel safe with me. He also ran when we came back from the vet. We've been to the vet once for nothing. Well, he had an inflamed paw, so it wasn't for nothing. But yeah, everything went wrong there. It was like he wanted to leave the house every morning. So what do you do with a cat that the night before has been bleeding on its paw? You lock in a cat like that? Well, that's difficult. And also, I have to admit, I didn't really look at that paw because it was bleeding. So to me it's like, yeah, all the bad stuff gets flushed out by that. So when the wound closes overnight, that's a good thing. If he's not bleeding anymore as he was, then yeah, he's a wild cat. I can be really lucky. He wanted to be inside for a night, you see? So I let him go. That was a mistake. If there is the slightest injury, it can develop to something life-threatening. And in this case, that's what happened. So yeah, basically at home, it feels empty now that the cat has gone. Like he's gone. We're close to the midway bench. I have no cigarette with me, but once at home I light one. I'll build one and I'll light one. But the thing is, if I do so, I might sleep very late into the day tomorrow and not want to go anywhere. That one might happen. Yeah. Nice wind. It's also colder up here already. Yeah, I'll cut this video, of course. I'll upload, and by that a little bit I gain some positive hormones. That's probably why I'm doing so many videos at the moment, even though I have nothing to say, nothing else. But I missed the cat. It was my fault. Partially it was. Nature sucks. I'd like to rewind time and like to have a second chance on this topic, which is not possible. And yeah, visual, like also dreams I have, kind of remind me that I'm not over with this topic. So whenever I think about the cat, or you know, he was such a lively cat and so strong and so funny and so like in interaction with me, I felt so lively. I didn't need anyone else. It was just enough. So as wild as he was, that little bit of communication that we had going on was just fine for me to get through life.